want to use the speaker?
I don't think the speaker thing would help much. The sound is not that great. I think it'd be best if we just held our mics up.
We're gonna be creative here.
Put some water on your face.
Why don't you just give them the microphones to hold?
Because there's gonna be like 10 of them, so it's... Do you have a stand in your truck?
Get over here.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want your face on the TV that nonsense.
Oh, that works.
No, I'm paying.
Yeah, I don't even know. Y'all know how to improvise like black people.
Okay. Is it on?
Are y'all picking up?
I'm just talking about. Ain't him too. He just doing his job. Except for PM beers too. She get ordinary now.
Your son is upside down.
Hey, Patty.
Yes, it's been a true journalist to go in this area. Mike's
Oh, yeah, in front of Mike.
Quit fighting with her. Pay attention.
Yes. Fire chief back. Fire chief back. Fire chief back. Fire chief back. Oh, no, yes, we do. Fire chief back.
That's a good chance to get around. Listen.
How are you guys doing today?
You want to get a little closer to this? This is big blood. Pick you up? Thank you. That's fine. Thank you.
Channel 11.
We're ready. We're ready. Tell us who you are before you speak, though. Say and spell your name for us.
Yeah. She's gonna go first. Melina Abdullah.
Oh, okay. We just need to get it on tape so our editors have it.
Okay.
Because we can't remember anything anymore.
Smoke a lot of weed, huh?
Right there.
Don't write that.
That's how we got the
Actually, I don't care. I'm all cannabis. Write that.
Right there. Put it down with a signature.
That's not on behalf of Black Lives Matter. That's on behalf of Jasmine Abdullah.
All right, so hello everybody.
Say who you are. Get it right in front. There you go.
My name is Melina Abdullah. It's spelled M-E-L-I-N-A. Last name is A-B-D-U-L-L-A-H. And I'm an organizer and one of the original members of Black Lives Matter. We are here at day 28 of Decolonize LA City Hall. Our encampment here is a 24-hour-a-day encampment, so I want to be very clear that the people that you see here have been here 24 hours a day for 28 days. What prompted this action was the July 12th ruling that the killing of Riddell Jones, a 30-year-old black mother of 2 small children, was actually in the policy of LAPD. So those officers who shot her, her alleged crime was stealing $80 using a kitchen knife. The officers who shot her will not face any discipline, nor will they likely be prosecuted by DA Jackie Lacey, who has chosen not to prosecute any of the police who killed people, whether they're ruled in policy or out of policy, as in the case of the killers of Ezell Ford, who were found to be out of policy and still not charged by Jackie Lacey. So we're here. We were prompted by Riddell Jones. We were prompted by just kind of losing faith in the system, recognizing that the system of policing that we live under does not keep communities safe, and recognizing that LAPD leads the nation for 3 years running now in the killing of its residents. So last year, LAPD killed 21 people. This year so far, they've killed 11 people and many more if you count the folks who were killed in custody that they don't count. And so we want to say that the police chief who runs this agency has to be held accountable. And at this point, we're tired of communicating, tired of conveying to Charlie Beck what our sentiment is. We go every single week, and we've been going for years, to LA Police Commission meetings, and we've been expressing in every way we know how. We've written letters, we've been talking about what it is we need, and he's refused to listen to the community. At this point, we recognize that our community is in grave danger as long as Charlie Beck remains chief of the Los Angeles Police Department. So we're demanding that Mayor Garcetti fire Chief Beck. Fire Chief Beck. And we are committed to staying here until Charlie Beck is no longer the chief of the Los Angeles Police Department. Fire Charlie Beck.
Fire Charlie Beck! 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 Fire Charlie Beck!
So we have several folks who are going to speak from their perspective about why this is important. We always try to ground ourselves and remember that the people that we're doing the work on behalf of are the families, those who are most affected by these losses. I gave numbers, but numbers don't do justice to what it means to lose someone to police violence, to lose someone to an agency that is sworn to protect and serve, but really treats us as if we are enemy combatants living in occupied territories. And so one of our members, one of our kind of recent members, and a sister who's been just the epitome of strength and love for her daughter, is Sister Lisa Hines. Sister Lisa Hines is the mother of Waukesha Wilson, who was killed on Easter Sunday this year in Los Angeles Metro Detention Center. So she's going to speak.
Good morning. My name is Lisa Hines. Lisa. I really don't know where to start because I'm still devastated. I'm distraught because Chief Charlie Beck has no answer for why my daughter was killed. He won't release any video of the country. One thing you guys need to know, they did not notify me. I would have not known my daughter was dead if I hadn't been calling trying to locate her. Because she had a court hearing following the following Tuesday after she was killed. She didn't show up. I was there at the court building 8:30 that morning at the time that the court building closed. And all they could tell me was she was a no-show. So I immediately started calling after I left the court building, after they closed. And they kept telling me the police station, LA Metropolitan Detention Center, the officers there kept telling me they didn't know where she was. They were trying to find her. All the while, they knew she was dead. They knew someone there had killed her. I called for two days, and when I do finally reach somebody, they tell me they need my information because their watch commander wants to talk with me. I want to know why. Where's my daughter? Well, ma'am, I can't give you any information. All I need you to do is give me your information so my watch commander can call you. So I give him the information. I wait on his call. He never calls me. 3 to 4 hours goes by with no call from the watch commander, so I call him up. They tell me he's unavailable to sit and wait for him to call me. Another hour go by, no call from the watch commander, so I call him again. I finally get to talk with him. He gives me a number, telling me I need to call this number. And I asked him why. He told me he can't give me any information. He just needs for me to call the number and ask for investigation. This thing, if this is your child you were looking for and somebody gives you a number to call and tell you to ask for investigations, and when you do call the number, the coroner's office answers. What would be going on through your body, mind, and soul? How would you be feeling? And from that day, I still don't have any answers. I still don't know why my baby was killed, how she died, or anything. Because Chief Charlie Beck, his police officers, himself, the staff, the whole police department, everybody that works there, won't nobody talk. Somebody needs to be held accountable. So I put all the blame on Charlie Beck because he's the leader of the police station. And all he can do at the police commission meetings is sit there with a blank stare on his face when I'm talking. I'm sorry, that's all I have. Fire Chief Beck!
Fire Chief Beck! Fire Chief Beck! Fire Chief Beck!
Fire Charlie Beck.
Fire Charlie Beck.
So our next speaker is Jasmine Abdullah from Black Lives Matter.
Jasmine Abdullah, JasmineAbdullah, and I'm here to talk about the absence of the mayor. We've been doing this for 28 days, and I just want to say that I'm really extremely proud of the folks behind me because they're showing what true resilience and resistance looks like. They're showing what it means to actually love your community, and they're showing what it means to stick it out. We've been through this once before with the mayor. That's why we call him the backdoor mayor, because this is not the first time he has ran away from us. This is not the first time that he has done everything in his power to hide behind the scenes, you know what I mean? And so what this is showing me is that this mayor does not care about this city. This mayor does not care about his constituents. And so we want to tell him that there will be political consequences. We're not sitting out here just to sit out here, that you will have to pay for this. That's why we're delivering all these petitions today. Since day one, he's been gone to the DNC, then he went on vacation. Now he's in Rio de Janeiro, right? He's in Brazil, right? Now the folks of Brazil don't even want him there, but his constituents do. So I have a little love letter to you, Mayor Garcetti. Eric, can you please come home because we need to talk to you? That's from me to you. We're part of this city and we really need to have a word with you. If you care about your city, like you say you do and you want to win this next election, you better come home.
That part.
So our next speaker is Pastor Eddie Anderson of McCarty Memorial Church.
Pastor Eddie Anderson, EDDIEANDERSON from McCarty Memorial Christian Church in West Adams. I stand here today because my faith in the prophets remind me, like Habakkuk, that when justice is written wrong, when love is not given, and we are given the God-given right to say, how long? How long must we wail in the streets? How long must mothers bury their children? How long must husbands bury their wives? How long? The prophet Habakkuk was very clear and said, when justice is not given, when justice is delayed, when the trust fund of justice is bankrupt, we must cry out and say, how long? I stand here today because mothers like Hagar in the Bible and mothers like Ms. Hines today stand with me and are crying out for their children. They are crying out for their children, and the Bible says that God still sees us, that God still hears us. So I am proud to stand in solidarity today with Black Lives Matter, with those whose children have been slain, whose wives have been slain, and say, how long? For the book tells us, the gospel tells us that when justice is delayed, that the elders should move aside and allow community solutions to arise. So I stand here today with the faith community to say, how long will justice be delayed? How long will justice be bankrupt in this city?
Next we'll have Audrey Quo from API for Black Lives.
My name is Audrey Quo, AUDREYKUO. I use they, them, gender pronouns if you're going to refer to me. We are here today representing APIs for Black Lives. We are a coalition of Asians and Pacific Islanders who are rising in solidarity with Black Lives Matter Los Angeles. We are trying to send a clear message that this is a multiracial city, and it is a multiracial city that is rising up to demand that Chief Beck be held accountable for leading the most murderous police force in the United States. We're asking Eric Garcetti to recognize that the people of this city are calling for action. We are calling for all of our Asian and Pacific Islanders to complete political education within our communities to talk about the toxic and lethal anti-Blackness that is infesting this entire country, and that we are having these conversations across Los Angeles to call more people to join this action. We are rising in solidarity with Black Lives Matter Los Angeles, and we are demanding that Eric Garcetti fire Chief Beck.
Next we have Teshwani, who's been camping out. I don't think he's missed a night, yes?
Yeah, no, Teshwani been here every night.
So, who's representing brown people for Black Lives, and he's going to speak from that perspective, and the Brown Berets, and also being here in the encampment for 28 days.
Like I said, I'm Decolonize. I'm here in solidarity with the Black Lives Matter. I'm here so I can learn how to organize our people and to help the Black Lives Matter. And like you did.
Next we'll have Matt McGorry from White People for Black Lives, who's also an actor on Orange is the New Black and How to Get Away with Murder.
Hi, Matt McGorry, MATTMCGORRY. I'm here today in solidarity with White People for Black Lives, Black Lives Matter, and Black Lives Matter LA. These amazing people have been camped out here for nearly a month now, and have been requesting a meeting. Eric Garcetti has not been in town. He's not been around, which to me feels incredibly disrespectful. The experiences that the people here are having, that the people are having around the city and around the nation, are not ones that I've had to firsthand have to deal with. And learning about these things and being educated by these wonderful people and people who are willing to take a stand and put their safety on the line has been incredibly eye-opening for me. There was an experience I had about a month ago in my neighborhood. There was a taped-off area there with police tape and cop cars. One of the police officers recognized me as an actor. I asked him what happened. He explained the situation, and before walking away, he said, "Don't worry, we beat him up." In my mind, I had never felt so disgusted to feel that he was sure that I was on the same side as him. That he was sure that as a white person, I'm okay with the police beating someone up in my neighborhood because that's the stance that we're supposed to have. And that's not okay. And a police chief that has an environment that allows that to be okay, a police community where that can thrive and can enforce daily interactions with people in the community, and particularly people of color and black people, is not okay. And there comes a time where our silence is violence. White silence is violence, right? And as Martin Luther King loves to say, or had said in his letter to Birmingham jail, it's not the Ku Klux Klan that's the biggest enemy. It's the white moderate who does not take a firm stand against justice. And we need to do that. So I'm here to try and wake up other people and hopefully get my white brothers and sisters to support my black and brown brothers and sisters and realize that we have a problem here, and Chief Beck is a part of that problem, and we need to take action. Thank you.
And our last speaker before we take questions is Anthony Ratcliffe, who's a core organizer with Black Lives Matter Los Angeles.
Anthony Ratcliffe, ANTHONY RATCLIFF. So I'm here just to demonstrate that we do have over 9,000 signatures of people that are demanding that Chief Beck be fired, or Thief Beck we like to call, because we believe he's responsible for the taking and stealing of all these lives, and so we identify him as Thief Beck. We also want to let him know we're not leaving. You know, like the mayor's been gone, but we're here. And we're going to stay here and be here until Chief Beck is gone. There's too many times. Too often, they try to throw things at us to appease us, but we realize that until the system itself is changed and people at the top actually come in and actually going to hold other officers accountable, then nothing's going to change. And Beck has had numerous opportunities to do this, but he's chosen not to do it. He's actually told his officers that have been accused of killing that he has their back, right? And so we need him to be gone, right? So we're here to do that. So we're going to go in here and take these up to Garcetti, even though we know he's not here. As Jasmine said, he has not been here in 4 weeks. He hasn't been, here in the city. We're going to go up there and still drop him and deliver to him and let him know there's more coming as well. And we're going to be out here and welcome him back into town if he ever finally does decide to come back. So we just want to let people know that we're not going anywhere, and we're going to be here resilient. You see these folks, more people come every single night, and we're going to keep holding this down until we get justice in the city. Thank you.
So we also want to recognize that this week is a particularly important week. This week, tomorrow marks the 2-year anniversary of the murder of Mike Brown in Ferguson. On August 11th marks the 2-year anniversary of the murder of Ezell Ford here in Los Angeles. August 12th marks the 1-year anniversary of the killing of Riddell Jones here in Los Angeles. And so we are recognizing them, we are saying their names, especially their names, today and this week. And we're calling on the names of all of those. Remember Waukesha Wilson, remember so many others, the new folks who died since we've been here. Richard Risher was killed since we've been here. Keith Bursey was killed just before we came here. And so we call on all of those names, and we love all of those families, and we are doing this for all of our people. And so with that, we can take your questions before we deliver the petitions.
So what exactly does the petition say?
So the petition demands the firing of Charlie Beck, and the petition gives the reasons that I outlined earlier when I spoke, so that we were prompted by the in-policy killing of, or in-policy ruling of the killing of Riddell Jones, and it's part of an ongoing system of killing of Black people, of people of color, of poor people, of people with mental health challenges in this city particularly. So Charlie Beck, we've been in dialogue, so despite his press conferences, right, Black Lives Matter has consistently shown up along with our partners, along with our partner organizations, Stop LAPD Spying Coalition, Los Angeles Community Action Network, Youth Justice Coalition, and many others, go out to police commission meetings every single week attempting to engage Charlie Beck. He has shown that he is unwilling to engage the community. We are constantly treated with brutal force, even within the police commission meetings. We've had 9 arrests out of police commission meeting, including the arrest of 81-year-old organizer Tut Hayes, who was brutally taken from the podium, wrestled to the floor, dragged out his head, banged against chairs. At 81 years old, when his only supposed misstep was speaking apparently off topic, and they determined he was off topic within 10 seconds of him speaking. So we've attempted to engage them. They don't want to be engaged. Charlie Beck does not want to be engaged. He simply wants to oppress, brutalize, and kill our community members, so he must go.
And you trust that Garcetti would give someone better?
What we trust is that the people will rise up anytime someone is unaccountable. What we trust is that when we remove Charlie Beck, the next person is on notice, that we will hold them accountable. And if they behave in the way Charlie Beck behaves, if they claim someone like Daryl Gates to be their mentor and role model, if they decide that they don't have to value Black lives, as in the words of Charlie Beck himself, he shouldn't have to value Black people because we don't value our own lives, right? If that's the stance that they take, then they will be out too.
Melina, the petition online, have you guys been collecting signatures here physically too?
No,
Okay.
it's only been in online circulation using Color of Change, which has been a partner in many of our actions.
If we did it here, we'll have twice as many because people throughout these walls, they don't really like Mayor Garcia or Chief Beck either.
So in addition to the online petition, we have been having phone calls. So people have been making phone calls. They no longer answer the phone if you try to call the mayor's office because there are thousands of calls that come in demanding that Eric Garcetti fire Chief Beck.
Can you talk, there have been similar demonstrations in other cities. I know in New York, people were starting to camp out there. Can you talk about why you decided to take this approach? Why, after the Riddell Jones decision, you said enough is enough, we're going to stay put until something happens?
So we've been talking about needing to do something more than just attend police commission meetings. With that ruling, our initial attempt was to march here and have a conversation with Eric Garcetti. We were met by brutal force by LAPD, blocked the entrance to City Hall, pulled weapons on some of our youngest teenage members, and then two of the women, including myself, were brutalized and arrested to the floor, handcuffed and detained for simply trying to enter City Hall during business hours. And so when we think about that, it required that since the mayor is unwilling to meet with his constituents, we have to be here until he's forced to meet with us. And so we began this encampment 28 days ago. Chicago began theirs, I think, 21 days ago. Chicago started 21 days ago. New York started on August 1st, so they've been there a week now. And so we're looking at things like this popping up throughout the country and really throughout the globe if you think about what's happening in London and other places. Amsterdam as well.
The mayor's office says that will always say that they already offered to meet with you. Can you maybe
Yeah, they did offer to meet with us, but they offered to meet with 5 people. They're doing what they do best, which is divide and conquer and try to pick their leaders. But since Black Lives Matter is a leader-full movement, we decided that he needs to come downstairs. It's all right, he can come downstairs. These are his stairs and ours. He can come talk to everybody as a whole. Because it's imperative that transparency happens so that accountability can happen. So with everyone being there, and there's the phone call won't be messed up, if that makes any sense, right?